around the neighborhood, every home is as different as the homeowners themselves.
Hi, I'm Helene Hollop, and this is my brother Harry Hollop. We have a design build firm, Hollop Homes. We've been in business for 65 years.
We're a boutique builder in South Florida. Most of our homes are single-family, custom-built homes and large-scale renovation.
This home renovation was a true family affair, and judging by the artwork on the home's exterior, I can already tell the inside will have a lot of personality. It's all happening today on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. Hollop Homes are custom home builders in South Florida. This property in Pinecrest went through a major renovation, taking it from Mediterranean to a more modern style. But what makes this project unique and very personal for interior designer Helene Hollop is that the home belongs to her brother Harry, who is the general contractor in their family-owned business. After 20 years of Harry living here with his family, they felt the home needed a major update. And who better than the brother and sister team behind Hollop Homes to tackle this renovation? This 7,200 square foot property has 6 bedrooms and 5.5 bathrooms. One of Helene's goals was to completely update the facade of this home, giving it the modern curb appeal it deserves. Helene, welcome back to SoFlo Home Project.
Hi, Martin. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Glad to
Harry,
be here.
welcome to the show.
Nice meeting you.
Now, you're both used to working together on projects for your clients. However, this one really took on a more personal affair.
You can say that again.
Yeah, right? Because this is actually your house, Harry.
This is my house.
And how long have you lived here in Pinecrest?
20 years.
20 years. So after 20 years, I think Helene was pretty much nagging you, saying you have to update your home, you have to renovate it.
It was time.
It was a Mediterranean style.
Right.
And, you know, we build in the areas that our customers live.
Right.
So our houses are examples of what we can do. So I wanted this house to be amazing from the outside, and so did Harry.
We're able to lighten it up and turn it into what we really have now, which is way more modern.
Absolutely. So talk to me about the beautiful art pieces and the sculptures that I see on the property.
We love art, especially modern art, which kind of lends not to be Mediterranean again, but
right.
Everything works out.
Yeah, I can't really
well.
see that hand sculpture
No.
next to like a Mediterranean style house.
There's a lot of compromises, and we always say building is a series of compromises.
We changed the color of the house completely. We changed the roof to an aluminum roof. We had Mediterranean columns here.
Okay.
And we decided to go ahead and get rid of the columns, open up this space, and clad it with coral rock, because that's Florida. I am a big fan of Florida vernacular style, which is, people think of as Key West style, right? But it does mesh with a modern look.
Amazing work done from a renovation perspective, a construction perspective. And then at that point, for the inside, Helene did take over and really transformed it as well to express your personality and your entire family's personality too.
Correct.
So I can't wait to go inside and tour the amazing work. Harry, you have lots of job sites to visit, correct?
I do.
Thank you again for being on SoFlo Home Project.
Great seeing you.
Congratulations, beautiful home.
Thank you.
Helene, let's go inside.
All right.
Thank you, Harry. Wow, Helene, this is absolutely gorgeous.
Well, thank you, Martin.
Whereas the outside color scheme is more muted, there is definitely an explosion of color on the inside.
Well, this is to my brother and his wife's taste.
In the center of this open concept home, we find the living room. It is a bright and comfortable space with large windows that bring the outdoors in. So describe the before, because the interior spaces went through their own update from a construction perspective.
They sure did. So behind me, we had columns coming up from those walls.
Very Mediterranean.
Stone ledges, very Mediterranean. And so what we did is we knocked out the columns, we squared it up, and now it's a much open feel.
It's beautiful though, because in a way now, almost that partition wall becomes like a beautiful display surface for all the artwork.
Absolutely.
That your brother and his wife collects.
As you can see behind me.
Yeah. So now the purple color scheme, that is Harry's wife,
This
Amy.
is Amy's choice, and I love it because the rich purple and green together just pop so beautifully in this big room. These are low pieces. Usually when you have very high ceilings, you need taller pieces. So since they were lower, they needed to have a pop of color, and I think it fits the room beautifully. Nowadays, everything's eclectic. You know, sometimes you have old pieces mixed with new pieces, and that's what makes interior design so much fun.
Absolutely. Well, this is gorgeous. The living room went through a major transformation. I can't wait to see the rest of the home. Coming up on SoFlo Home Project, we explore the favorite gathering areas for kids and adults alike.
I'm Amado with FHIA, and we're going to look at the exciting new product we're rolling out and the steps we're taking to ensure everything goes perfectly on today's SoFlo Home Project.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. Hullab Homes is family owned, and this specific renovation truly became a family affair because interior designer Helene Hullab helped her brother Harry, who is a general contractor in the business, update his beautiful home in Pinecrest that they've had for about 20 years.
Yes, and it was a traditional Mediterranean style home, and the kitchen was very outdated.
Directly off the living room, we find the kitchen. This space truly is the heart of this home.
The kitchen needed a complete gutting because it was dated. It was a dated old Mediterranean kitchen with square raised panels, and I wanted a whole new design.
Now you have a more modern element with the wood cabinetry, of course, but then you incorporate the more modern touch with the stainless steel.
Yes, nothing says modern more than stainless steel.
Absolutely. But you used it in a very subtle way, so it's not overpowering.
Right.
So let's talk about the backsplash here.
Well, this was something that we went back and forth on for a very long time. They were cooking in the kitchen without a backsplash for a while because Amy and I could not decide what the best way would be to incorporate a modern backsplash. Amy found these and she said, "What about these?" And I said, "Oh my God, you hit it out of the park." They had these wonderful mid-century modern shapes, and this is a very eclectic house. And I said, I think it's going to look great with Art Deco.
And then this is the same countertop that matches the sort of half partition walls over there.
Yes.
So you have that perfect cohesive marriage
between
the two spaces.
And black is a perfect neutral.
And definitely this is the type of house that, you know, deserves those fun elements.
There's a lot of very practical things about this kitchen. All the cabinets are drawers. I'm a big fan of that. Because who wants to open up a lower cabinet and go in and look at what's going on when you could just open it up?
That is so convenient.
And have everything for cooking right there.
And they're very deep, indeed, for pots and pans.
Yeah, pots and pans, everything you need.
I see a gorgeous pool table and the bar. That also ties in with the kitchen area. So we're gonna see that space, but before, let's see what Tac Renato from Florida Home Improvement Associates has for us today.
You asked and we researched. So many folks have asked us to get into new products, so we finally identified the exact product that would help so many South Florida homeowners. We're going to show you what that product is and the steps we're taking to ensure everyone gets a great installation and that we maintain our customer service and our dedication to providing the best installation and the best products to our South Florida community. Let's take a look at how things are going. What's so exciting for all of us at FHIA is that we have so many great products to offer. We can't wait to meet with homeowners and really understand exactly what they're trying to accomplish, hear from them what their goals are, what they don't like about their existing bathroom, and what they would love to see changed, and help them see the best options to do that and to see those thoughts and those dreams come true with a beautiful new bathroom. And what was really important to all of us was to be able to provide the great warranties that we've been accustomed to giving all the homeowners in South Florida. So when we meet with folks, we're going to be able to show them great products, a great solution, and they're going to get a fantastic installation that'll be totally guaranteed, just like what we've provided with the windows and roofing. So have us come out. We're excited to help you with your next project. I'm going to get out of the way so that the guys can get back in here because they're anxious to learn more from the manufacturer's rep that have come here to help us learn the installation procedures. We're so excited with the warranties that we're going to be able to provide folks, and this is going to be a tremendous product that we can't wait to roll out. Back to you, Martin.
Thank you, Tad. Helene, so you were saying before that this house really has a fun personality. And I believe this area truly represents that. So you have drinking and games.
Yes.
Or games and drinking. A bar and pool table sits between the kitchen and living room. This is truly a fun space for the entire family. Well, most homes do not allow for a pool table in the middle of their living room.
Yeah.
But obviously this one does, and it's perfect. So again, this was not touched in any way.
Harry says, I really want a pool table in the middle of the living room, because that means that everybody's coming in to have fun. It's not stuffy.
Right.
The days of the old stuffy living room are gone, because we want to use all the spaces.
Now this area did go through a complete renovation, just like the kitchen.
Yes. And I said, how am I going to make this bar go with the kitchen without making it the wood, stainless steel, without making it look too cold? So I ended up making this step down version to give it this Art Deco shape to kind of follow the rest, and then the stainless steel drawers. And since it's a small bar, and this is a really big space, and we have a lot of friends and family that come over, it had to be functional.
Right.
So to put a big sink in the middle of the bar would not work very well. So we used a long sink.
It's beautiful, and again, it does tie in with the kitchen. And now I love how in this area, even that divider wall almost functions as additional seating, really.
It does. In a big party, it's
Yeah.
fantastic. And this becomes our giant buffet, and this becomes seating, and everybody's just sitting and eating and having a good time.
So again, it's a great, fun party house.
It is.
Coming up next, we have more spaces to explore filled with lots of personality.
If you're a property owner in South Florida, chances are at some point you're going to have to deal with an insurance company on an insurance claim. And that can be a scary and frustrating process, especially if it's your first time. I'm Hunter Franke, host of SoFlo Health in for SoFlo Home Project, here to meet with Frazier Property and Adjusting to find out how a public adjuster can help you. I'm here with Ari Frazier of Frazier Property and Adjusting. And for people that don't know, what is a public adjuster?
A public adjuster is an insurance adjuster who represents the public. He is a consumer's advocate. He advocates the insured's rights and their benefits essentially under the policy that they have.
Right.
His job is to help assist them navigating through the complicated
Right.
process of filing an insurance claim. Is supposed to come up with an appraised value to property damage. Essentially,
Right.
in Florida, most of what we do is property.
So when should someone call you?
Whenever they see any type of damage in their property, a homeowner,
Right.
mobile homes, maybe they're a business owner, they suffered a flood in their business, or some sort of property owner, they have rental properties. Anytime you see any type of damage in your property, give us a call. Our inspections are absolutely free. Our policy evaluations are free.
Wow.
We only get paid when you, the policyholder, gets paid.
Right.
That's how we get paid.
How do you handle insurance claims when it comes to hurricanes?
Our staff is trained to do that. We know how to get a hold of the insurance companies when you can't find anyone online. You can't, I mean, after a hurricane, the
Right.
lines are down. You can't find an insurance company that'll pick up the phone. And we'll still get those claims filed. We'll still get and put the insurers on notice in a timely manner, in a way that it's supposed to happen. If you filed a Hurricane Irma claim and you got underpaid, don't give up. Go after your insurance company. Let us go after your insurance company and get you the real results that you actually deserve. You have up to 5 years to do that, but time is of essence, because the more time elapses, the more excuses you give your insurance company to not pay you.
A lot of people might have had the experience where the insurance company sent out their own adjuster and they didn't like the result. What's your advice in that kind of a situation?
Well, your insurance company is sending out someone who works for them. And simple logic is they will be doing what is good for the insurance company. And so that is a perfect example of where we can come in, because that's why the state licensed adjusters to work for the public, not to work for the insurance company. It's kind of why there's public adjusters to begin with, because the
Right.
state recognizes and realizes that the insurance companies have their own adjusters, and then there's adjusters that work for the public.
For the person at home right now thinking, you know what, I have a claim that I want to go through Fraser, how can they contact you?
Well, take the first step. Pick up the phone and give us a call. You can reach us on our website, FraserAdjusters.com. We speak English, Creole, Spanish, Hebrew. Just give us a call and start the process.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. The tour continues of this Pinecrest home renovation. And a sign of a timeless design, Helene, is when years might pass, but yet everything still feels very current and on trend. And this dining room is a perfect representation of that. Around the corner from the kitchen, we find the formal dining room. It is a comfortable space with an eclectic style, like the rest of the home. When it comes to this room, most of the upgrades and renovation were mainly cosmetic.
Exactly. The furniture was already cutting edge, but in a classical way.
Right.
You see this beautiful anagree table with stainless steel inlays. And the chairs are also indicative of the Art Deco style. The house had a few modern attributes to it as far as the Art Deco modern entryway with the light fixture. So it was funky to begin with. So you can kind of bring in more things. So I said, you know what would be great in this room? These beautiful carved glass doors that are finished with antique silver. And I think that it's just a big wow. I love them.
And speaking of which, I mean, it becomes beautiful artwork, but there is storage behind here.
This is the cabinet for the dining room. So it's got all your placemats, dishes.
So for entertaining purposes, you know, the host and the hostess has everything they need pretty much
absolutely.
accessible within this space. The only thing that kind of changed indeed were the window treatments.
Absolutely.
Before they were much heavier.
Yeah, much heavier, and they were curtains actually, big heavy curtains. And I said, well, let's turn them into the string window treatments. So I love string window treatments because you can see through, but they also give you some privacy.
Yeah, so it really adds a layer of softness in the room, creating more of an inviting, warm space.
Yes, it does. Even though they're extremely modern, especially the sheer behind it, gives it that cozy look and feel.
Next on SoFlo Home Project, we step into some fun pop art rooms on the second level. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. Interior design can also provoke an emotion, just like art, right?
Oh yeah.
And Helene, this room really makes me happy.
Me too.
The second level of this home belongs to the teenagers, where their personality shines through in each bedroom design. And I love this little hangout lounge area.
Yeah,
I mean,
these
every
are from
teenager needs
Lean
this in their room.
Rosé. They're awesome pieces. Aaliyah knew what she wanted in this room. Amy had already picked out a couple of things, and I really just helped them put everything together and paint this wall here from an inspiration that we saw. And
So you basically acted as a consultant, pretty much.
exactly, I was a consultant.
And I think that's important when you're designing kids' rooms to also involve the actual kids that are using the room.
This is all Aaliyah's taste. I mean, if she didn't like every little aspect, it wouldn't be here.
And she's obviously a very artistic, creative person.
Oh, she is. She's very creative.
I must say, I mean, she even created that mirror. Super,
Yes, she
super
did.
modern, unique. It's like a piece of art. So most of the pieces, indeed, were found by Amy and Aaliyah together. Design duo right there. And even the dressers.
Yeah, the dressers were from a secondhand store that we touched up, and they're really cool. They're mid-century modern, and this was a brass bed that they had in the family. So already we're mixing metals. If you mix the metals in the beginning, it's going to be a design that stays true for ages.
Again, it's timeless, like you said
Timeless,
before.
exactly.
So this is Aaliyah's room, and now there's another room, equally as, pop art teen room.
Oh, yeah.
But very different too.
For Riley, yes.
And one thing in that space, because again, every room is so different, is the feature wall.
Yes.
With that bookcase. Describe that.
Well, what's so interesting is the bookcase is on an angle. And so the framing is unusual. We followed the shape of the framing into the paint,
Yeah,
into
so it's
the
almost
wall.
like that grid pattern is
Exactly.
repeating onto the wall
Onto
itself.
the wall. And since Riley's a little bit older, at the time she was, doing makeup, and she needed a little makeup area, and there's a nice ball instead of a chair, and that's kind of funky. And she's got some really great plaid looking chairs from Lean Rose that sit on the floor.
Right. Helene, thank you again for being on SoFlo Home Project and for showing us this amazing renovation, and just the overall interior design is spectacular.
Thank you so much. It was really my pleasure.
And it's safe to say you and your brother still have an amazing relationship, right? After going through this renovation.
We still like each other, yes.
And what else did we learn? That the talent runs through the entire family.
The home now represents more of our own feeling. Helene did a great job. She was very involved working with my wife, and as a rule, as always, if my wife is happy, I'm always happy.
To all the viewers, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next week and right here on SoFlo Home Project. If you missed any part of this home tour, or you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloHomeProject.com. You can also submit your own design disasters, and you never know, we could be knocking on your door to help. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Next week on SoFlo Home Project, we tackle a dining room project and create the perfect setting for fall.